KLAS Sports FM 89 in association with WATA now brings your exciting feature WATA in the Locker Room. We'll take a look at selected teams participating in the ISSA Schoolboy Football Leagues across Jamaica. The Mountain View-based school in Kingston, Jamaica, founded in 1931, has won 16 schoolboy football titles. The school's motto, "Do It With Thy Might," epitomizes the school's look at its football program and would want more than anything to get a football title this side of the decade. Welcome to WATA in the Locker Room, the up-close and personal look at schoolboy football in Jamaica in 2019. Four decades plus in the business of schoolboy football. Tell us about that journey.
Well, it started at Clarendon College with Winston Chung. And after that, I went on to Garvey Maceo as head coach, 1984. I left after a year and then back in Kingston, St. Andrew Technical High School for 3 years.
So I'm going to stop at St. Andrew Technical because you're almost responsible for kicking out Excelsior, the school you're at now, out of that famous Manning Cup match. Tell me about that experience.
No, Excelsior is my alma mater, but at St. Andrew Technical it was a job, so I have to do my job.
Fast forward now, you're now technical director of the Excelsior High School program, and you could go all the way this year. How is this 2019 team looking?
Well, I've joined the program at the end of July. They are not where I really wanted them to be. They need time to adjust to my style. So I guess next year will be a better year, but we are on bonus now because we are in the quarterfinal of the Manning Cup, which most people didn't expect, and we are in the quarterfinal of the Champions League.
Who are your outstanding players in the team?
All of them are outstanding because we are not that a strong team, but strong individually, but as a team, we try to do our best, and it is working out. But games are coming too close, and my players are young players, and we are having a difficulty.
Any last words of advice to your team as they go into the closer times to the top?
Well, I've been saying our season, give it your best shot. They have given their best shot, and now they are at the quarterfinal, and it's a bonus, and they must continue fighting to the end.
Boris is the centre-back for his Excelsior team, and he thinks he's one of the most outstanding players in the team. And he's in his final year for Excelsior in the Manning Cup. Deandra, tell us about the journey so far for Excelsior.
Well, the journey started off rocky. We get a trashing 4-0 defeat by KC. People thought that we would have come back and reached this far in the tournament, but we listened to our coach and stuck to what he said. We as a team, this journey still continues.
So you're one of the senior members of the squad. How do you help to motivate the youngsters on the team?
Well, I just lead by experience and they will follow.
All right, so you're playing that centre-back position, a very important position on the team. Tell us what are some of the things you do to prepare when you're going into matches?
At first, the match play off the field. So, like the day before the match, I would like listen to music, play out the game in my head, and I would sometimes dream about the game.
So I understand you do very well in school. Tell us about your plans after football, after Excelsior.
Hopefully, my dream will come true by getting a scholarship to go overseas to study physical education and come and give back to the school that helped me to grow.
Jaheim Flemings is a forward for Excelsior and he's a prolific goal scorer. Jaheim, tell us how many goals you have so far for the season.
I have 8 goals so far.
And how many more goals you plan to score?
As many as I can.
Tell us about your experience in the Excelsior team so far this year.
Actually, it's my first year, but it's been great so far throughout the season, reaching to the quarterfinals. I'm very grateful and thankful of my team, although my team is very young. We are not 100% fit, but we'll get there going down in the season.
You talk about fitness, and it is important that you listen to your coach. What is some of the advice your coaches give to you before a match or during a match?
Keep our focus, keep the discipline, always be confident going on the pitch. And there are other instructions, so we just execute it on the field. And hopefully we come out victorious in every match.
So as one of the top goal scorers in the team, how do you really kind of motivate some of the other younger players around you?
Well, motivate them by working hard. Always keep a smile on our face, although our coaches put us under a lot of pressure, but just take it as a motivation and just go on the field and execute.
So we're here with Bright Spark, young Daniel Clark, who is only 15 and he already has one C6 subject to his name, maths. Tell us about the journey so far, Daniel.
At the beginning of pre-season, I was thinking to play Coles, which is the under 16, but my coach, Mr. Aliman, said that my talent is too big for under 16, so he took me up to the Morning Cup and I finally reached.
If you were to have one dream for Excelsior for 2019 football, tell me what that would be.
Win the Morning Cup.
And how close you think you are to that?
Not pretty far, but my boys can do it still, but if they are serious, we'll execute it in the longer run.
We're here with Jamai Pettigrew, who is in his third year with the technical team here at Excelsior. Coach Pettigrew, you're gone to the quarterfinals. Tell us how the journey has been and what you expect going forward.
It has been a tough challenge working with these youngsters, trying to keep the discipline along with Coach Aliman. Has been trying to instill a lot of discipline in them, not just football-wise, but off the field, going to school and getting to classes on time and doing everything on time.
Excelsior has a rich history in sports, but in particular football. In the 70s and 80s, and even in the 90s, you had some tremendous success. Tell us how that history has really impacted on the youngsters today.
When you're sitting with them and talking to them, you try to explain the history. And as I alluded to earlier before, you might hear me mentioning Aliman a lot, but he has been trying to letting them know the history, that you have to fight by the school motto, do it with all our might. Once, coming from grade 7, get the culture of the school, get the whole history. So when you're out on the field, you can perform to the school motto.
So we're here with Mrs. Colleen Walker. She's a vice principal and she has full responsibility for students. Welcome to WATA in the locker room.
Thank you very much.
So Excelsior's history is rich in sports, rich in culture. Miss Lou, Blacker, Conscience, you name it, you have it.
Yes.
But it's 2019 and you're about to go very far in the Manning Cup.
Yes.
Tell us how the school has managed to handle that kind of sport so far.
Well, of course, the first thing is discipline. We have to have discipline in our students, or to instill as much as we can. And since I'm responsible for the students and the discipline overall, they will tell you that it doesn't matter who they are. If they are not behaving, they are not on the team.
It's Manning Cup and it's football. How are the boys doing?
Very good. With their behavior, extremely well to me. I've been speaking to them every now and then. I have to, of course, pull them up and, speak to them about what they should and should not do. Of course, the rule book is there. So you use the rule book to guide them, to show them that, listen, this is not my thing. This is what the rules of the schools are, and so therefore you must abide by them. We'll have one and two who step out of line, but the consequences are there and they know, and they are great.
How has the school community in total, past students, current students, teachers, support the Manning Cup team?
Oh, they are well on board in terms of turning up to matches, so support them in terms of financing, the group in terms of support, moral support, and in terms of mentorship, they are there. And of course, because our students are our Manning Cup boys, they do a lot away from classes, so we have to put in place extra classes for them. So we have the team also that are there to assist them in that way.
If you had a vision for Excelsior 5 years from now, tell us, what would you like for sports in Excelsior?
Well, I would love to see not only football, right, but I would love to see the emphasis on all the other sporting activities. Softball, the volleyball, I would love to see that in. So all the sporting activities I would love to see in the next 5 years.
This edition of WATA in the Locker Room came to you from Excelsior from Mountain View in Kingston, Jamaica.